Welcome. It is 7:06, and we are going to officially open up the Fertility Family Live. Excited to have each and every one of you are here. As you all know, this project is really about empowering others, myself included, to manifest our heart's desire. And in this case, it's bringing a new life into this world. And so I just honor and thank each of you for participating here who's on the team. I'm just going to take a moment and we're just going to open this from a space of love. Actually, let you all see me. All right. Hi. All right. So yeah, if you just take a moment, you're going to close our eyes. If you're watching, you are included in this. This is a family. A couple of deep breaths in through the nose, exhaling, expanding the stomach, and release through the mouth. Taking a moment to ground this group in the love and light of our Creator, the source of all healing, of all reproduction, of all health and all happiness. Knowing that as we come together, we do so with the intent and purpose to be of love, a contribution of support, walking in our divine paths, fulfilling on what we are called here to do, that whatever is shared in this space will be for the highest, best, and good for all of us involved. We thank you for the opportunity to come together, and we affirm love and light. And so it is. Amen. All righty, you guys. So I am super excited. I don't know how else to explain it. But for those of you all who are watching, and you may be watching the replay of this, my name is Kanaya Kennedy, and I am the founder of the Fertility Family. I say I'm the founder, but I'm also a proud member. It's kind of like the hair club for men, as it were. I am 41. I'll be 42 in March, and I am ready to, let me adjust this camera just a little bit. There we go. And I'm ready to start my family. Oh, my goodness. My dad is like, when am I going to get some grandkids? And as I was approaching, I'll tell you a little bit about my story. Maybe about 5 years ago, my sister and I, my sister who has since transitioned, we were talking about, man, we're not married. And my sister, 3 years older than me, and we don't have any kids. What are we going to do? And inside this conversation, my sister, I should tell you, she had some health challenges. She was diagnosed with lupus at age 16. And for most of her life, dealt with a lot of health challenges. And she really didn't feel comfortable, like, thinking about having a baby. And so in our conversation, I was like, I definitely want to do the mama thing. Now, I come from a pretty traditional family, 2 parents. They met at work. They dated for like 3 years. Then they chose to get married. Then they were like married for 3 years. And then they decided they wanted to start their family. And so they had my sister. And we were products of planned pregnancies. And I always grew up thinking, like, this is what you did. My mom practiced the rhythm method. Some may or may not be familiar with that. But essentially, it's when a woman's charting her cycle, so she knows when she's ovulating, when she's not, and then she can plan conception around that. And then my mother was like, okay, I'm going to have my second baby, because she didn't want to have her only child, about 3 years after the first one. So the first one would be out of diapers and a little autonomous before the next baby came along, which was me. And like, that's what I grew up with. And so in my mind, okay, like, this is how you do it. This is how it works. In my mind, however, I didn't think I would be 35, approaching 40, still single for one, and definitely, and then growing up in the traditional Christian church, you did not have babies until you were married. So lo and behold, my life didn't unfold that way. And so there was some having to kind of deal with that and some of the like that reality check of what are you going to do? And in my own personal growth and development, I've moved through many different phases in my personal and spiritual life. And we'll talk more about that inside the family. So once you get inside the group, you'll hear more of different people's testimonials. But suffice to say, my sister and I made a pact that by age 40, if I wasn't married with kids or she wasn't, we were going to have this baby and we were going to co-parent together as auntie mamas. And then my sister, after her 40th birthday in 2013, in March, our birthdays were 4 days apart. Like when I say my mom planned it, she wanted us to be born on my dad's birthday. His birthday is March 24th. My sister's is March 20th, and mine is March 16th. So she was pretty hyped. My mom was an herbalist medicine woman, so I come from that tradition. But my sister, in October year 2013, she transitioned very unexpectedly from complications due to lymphoma. And so that kind of threw my plan, or our plan, out of whack. And deal with grief, but also dealing with, if I'm going to parent, if I don't have a husband, I would truly be solo parenting. And so that became a whole new conversation for me. What does that look like? Like truly taking on, bringing a new life and new spirit into this world and being fully responsible for it without a partner. And it wasn't like I didn't want or don't want my life partner and co-parent, totally open to that, trust. And so that took some time. But by 2016, so not quite last year since we're in 2018, but the end of 2016, I was ready. I'd done some healing work and I'm like, all right, we're going to do this. And I began what I call my journey to begin parenting. And for me, as an academic, bit of a nerd / artist, I had to build my team and begin studying. And so the fertility family unofficially began back then, reaching out to some of the people who I know in health and wellness to find out, well, what do I need to be doing to prepare to be having this baby? And as I did that, information came to me, and eventually Spirit moved me to say, there's probably other women and people out here who are on this same journey who would love to have some support and would love to have somewhere to turn to, who may not be as fortunate as you to be a natural health practitioner, to have people they can call on. And inside of solo parenting in particular, or becoming a mature mommy, may not have the financial resources to go through some of the, we'll say, conventional routes, which if you study and learn about like IVF and whatnot, can be quite cost prohibitive. They don't know where to go. And so I was moved to share with others. And fast forward to today, here we are, the fertility family. What? And so today you're going to meet the team. I'm going to share a little bit about what you can expect out of the participation in the group. And then I'll introduce every member of the group. They'll get a chance to introduce themselves to you. And then we'll go from there. So thank you for joining me. I'm going to switch to the slides. We'll go back and forth because they're all here live. So you'll get a chance to see their lovely faces and hear their voices, and know that the people who I have requested and who have accepted so graciously be on this team are people who I know, I trust, and I've connected with. So this is literally like my family, and I'm opening them to you. Okay. So to get started. Fertility family. All right, you should be seeing our presentation screen. So it's a little slideshow. All right, so boom. So what is our mission here? I kind of went over that formally. Mission is there we go. To provide love and support with preconception planning and preparation. So if you are thinking about, all right, you see your here? All right. If If you're thinking about starting a family, you may not be actively trying to conceive. We're going to talk about like what to do before you even have the first, conceiving. We are here to share holistic approaches to fertility challenges. And I want to be clear, when I say holistic, I don't necessarily mean just natural. We mean like providing a full spectrum approach, which it's going to mean, it may mean some conventional things. It may mean spiritually, things we can do mentally, emotionally, naturally, literally like looking at the full spectrum of what does it take to get started. We're going to talk about what it means to be a mature parent to be. There are things we need to be concerned for, both as men and women, when it comes to conceiving a baby as we're mature. But I have been assured by my team that it is perfectly normal to have a healthy baby and pregnancy after 35. I will be honest that this conversation about mature parenting being high risk was very strange to me, because the women in my family have always had babies well after their 30s. So I was like, why is this even a thing? My grandma, yeah, she had my uncle well into her 40s and he perfectly healthy baby. But I get it. That's a conversation in the world. So we're going to talk about it, because that's just what people are dealing with. Okay. And then non-traditional conception and insemination. For me, I don't have a partner and I don't have a co-parent or someone who could be a donor. So we're going to talk about what does it look like to go a non-traditional route to find a co-parent and or donor sperm, because that's a whole world in itself. And then what are different types of insemination? There's IUI and IVF. Those are two things I just learned about as I started doing my research. Didn't even know they were things. So we're going to talk about that. We're talking about how to have a happy, healthy pregnancy and birth. There are things we can be doing to make sure that not only do we get pregnant, that we stay pregnant, and that our birthing experience is fabulous. Who wants to have a stressful, traumatizing birth? Not me. I'm going to be like, la, la, la. Oh, the baby has emerged into the world and we're all having a great time. It's going to be a birthing party, as it were. So this is what we're talking about. And then how do you support, like how do you build a wellness team in a village? Because you want to make sure you have a team of people who are here to support you. Bringing a new life into the world is something you don't want to do alone, but being alone, being single doesn't mean being alone. And there are plenty of people who are in relationships who are alone. So what does it look like to have a wellness team in a village? Right, what you can expect from participating. Woo. One, live Q&A with reproductive experts. We got the fertility family team. So they're going to be live at least once a week. We'll have someone who's going to be live with you on the court, available to answer questions, sharing great information. You can expect support from these experts, as well as other members of the family who are on the journey, because it's theoretically things you deal with, but then there's on the court experiences. And I've got some divas already in the group who are well on this journey and are super excited and happy to share what they've gone through and what they've learned in their experience. You're going to be able to get great resources and references, things that you can take actionable steps on. So you don't have to be searching all over the place. We're going to do the research and share with you. We're going to have solutions and suggestions for some of the challenges you may be dealing with, things that are very natural. And it's not that we don't want to offer conventional support. Definitely will. But a lot of the times what I found in my journey is that finding information about non-conventional things can be very challenging, overwhelming, and confusing. So we've got people on board who are going to help guide you through that. And then just answers. If you got questions and concerns, our goal is to answer them. So inside of how the group will work, I'll go into a little bit more detail about that. But yeah, you'll be able to submit questions, and then the appropriate people will be able to provide some answers and responses. So that's what you can expect. Let's get to the fun part, meeting the team. Yay! All right. So this is the official team right now. We've got Dr. Jaleesa Hernandez. I met this fabulous diva at a wellness and health conference last year. I tell everybody it was divine design, because I was on this journey, and I'm actually meeting like with my group, and someone walks up with this book and puts it on the table, and my eyes are like, what is that book? I'm like, where did that come from? And my goodness, the author of the book was like in the next room. And, you know, I hopped my tail up, ran over, had to meet her, hug her neck, feel her energy, got an autographed copy. It was so phenomenal. So, and then I reached out to her, so nervous, right, to invite her to be on the team. And she has such a beautiful spirit. So, oh my gosh, so excited to have Dr. Julissa Hernandez with us. We have one of my wonderful sister friends, Ajay. She's here in Atlanta, Georgia with me. She's a holistic womb health practitioner. And when I tell you that she's made a huge difference in my life, that is so minimal. Even before I was on the road to Baby Fabulous, she was hooking me up and helping my honey pot be even happier. So she's going to share about who she is. We have Akila Shahid. This is a fabulous doula diva who, again, I met inside of my wellness work, beautiful spirit, and just so committed to us having healthy births, making sure that our moms have advocates and guides. Just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful woman. We have Dr. Hugh Jenkins. We've got some masculine energy. Yay! Dr. Jenkins has a wonderful background in supporting couples and families going through just regular birthing, but also infertility or fertility challenges from a natural perspective. So we've got 2 NDs on the team, y'all. I am like, woo! We have Dr. Rochelle Cyrus, who unfortunately had to run. Family emergency is calling her for it. I will introduce her and tell you all about her. Not to worry, you'll get the experience of her. I've known her, you guys, over 20 years. So we go way back, way back. I knew before she was Dr. Cyrus. I know things, but I won't tell them anything bad. And then I'm here. Yay! I'm also on the team with you guys. All right, so you've heard about them, but now it's time to meet them. Excited to introduce you to them. Let's start with the fabulous Dr. Julissa Hernandez. Let me just tell you a little bit about her officially. She's a registered ND, naturopathic doctor, and certified natural health professional. She's been practicing for over 20 years. Her practice, the Natural Health Center, is located in Midtown Manhattan and includes naturopathy, holistic medicine, serology, she'll tell us what that is, herbology, and iridology. It's using the eyes, y'all. Y'all don't know about that, but it's awesome. Dr. Julissa is a speaker on subjects like herbal medicine, natural health. She does in-office consultations, phones, video, all kinds of consultations. And her book, The Naturopathic Approach to Fertility, is our reference text. I'm super excited to have her here. I'm going to bring her on live so that you now get a chance to meet her and hear from her directly about who she is and what she plans to bring to the fertility family. Dr. Julissa, you are live fabulous. Oh, wait, let me take you off mute. Let me unmute you. Now you should be unmuted. Yes, okay. But I do not hear you. I don't know. So I see you. I don't hear you. Changed? No? Okay. It's all lovely. No worries. Huh. Okay, so we're gonna relax. I'm not sure what the breakdown is. We're gonna move. I'm not sure, and we will figure it out. We will figure it out. All is well. I promise. Now, you sure you're not muted? Your little microphone doesn't have a red.
No.
There we go. No. I heard you for 1 second. Your video is gone. Okay. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We heard you briefly. So your video's back.
Can you hear me?
Now we can hear you, whatever you just did.
Really? Okay, great. Hi.
Fabulous. Yay. All right. So Dr.
And then,
the
thing is, I can't hear you now. If I unmute you, I got it now. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Yes? Okay, great. Before I say anything, oh, Kanaya, I didn't know your story. You are an exquisite, beautiful soul. You're amazing. And I commend you for putting this together, and your story. It just made my heart feel swelled, and I am going to do everything in my power to make sure that you have that baby that you so desire. You and I could be on the phone every single day if we need to, but we will make that happen.
Okay.
Okay, so having said that, oh, now you're gonna make me cry. Hello everyone. Hi, Hugh, my dear friend. We've known each other for years and years and years. I was asked to write this book, The Naturopathic Approach to Fertility, English and Spanish versions. I was actually asked to write it, and it's been a blessing with close to 23 years in practice that as of today I have, and let me knock on wood, as of today I still have a 100% success rate helping couples conceive. And so that is one of the most beautiful aspects of the work that I do. And if you have my book, then you know that it encompasses this sort of a challenge I've learned in these 23 years, that it doesn't just encompass physical challenges, but a breakdown from everything from the emotional aspects that are involved that can weaken reproductive system and cause certain imbalances. So it's an array of things, and I put all that there to help all those in this world that want to achieve that dream of the family that they so desire. Many of you also know me from my 9 years as the resident naturopathic doctor of the nationally syndicated radio show, The Michael Baisden Show. I was the resident naturopathic doctor on there for 9 years, and now have 2 radio shows, one on WGLRO.com radio, where I take all types of health questions also, and on Source Radio Network on Thursday nights as well. And the topic of fertility is one that is forever a topic, I feel, even in today's world of 2018. I can tell you that no, for those that have had the question, I know you told me, Kanaya, that, the concern of a woman being over 40. The eldest woman I've ever helped conceive was 48. I have patient stories in my book. So in every chapter, you're finding patient stories of certain dilemmas that we overcame and so on and so forth. And the eldest woman was 48. So my saying is, as long as you have a period and there is a candidate, we'll get you pregnant. So, it's a beautiful work to do this, and such a life-changing mission to be able to support beautiful souls as yourself that want to achieve this. And so please know that everyone here that is desiring that, I'm here to serve. I'm here to serve. Kanaya, for any of those people, and I'll end with this, for any of those people that tell you that it is cruel for you to even fathom bringing a child to this world on your own, For any of you that have ever read the book, The Celestine Prophecy by James Redfield, there's a specific section there that tells you that as long as there is one adult per child, that is all the child needs. So in a household, it's said, and he states that very well in eloquent words, that let's say when it's a two-parent household and then there are 3 children, that one of those children are lacking in some of the attention and love. And so a child only needs one parent to truly have that attention and that focus. They are not missing anything. So you go do it, and I'm here for you, darn it.
Yay, thank you. Oh my goodness, thank you.
Okay. I'm going to mute myself now so I can hear you.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
Oh my goodness, so wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing. You guys, so this, there we go. You can see, right? Like beautiful spirit, beautiful heart. So just honored to have her with us and super excited. I'm gonna take you up on that. I'm calling you like, help me, I'm going crazy. What am I doing? I'm having a baby. Okay, so next up to the floor. Oh my goodness. Let's see who we have next. All right, you all. Up next, we've got Dr. Jenkins. Oh my goodness. So Dr. Hugh Jenkins. I'm arranging myself a little bit. All right. He is a personal friend. He is, oh my goodness, one of the team members. Is a naturopathic doctor from the National College of Naturopathic Medicine. He's a chiropractic doctor from the National University of Health Science. He has advanced training in acupuncture, traditional Chinese medicine from the Midwest Center of Chinese Medicine. He's a biological Tarian assessment clinician with a certification from Arizona. Right? During his naturopathic studies, he had the opportunity to do home childbirth deliveries in Portland, hospital deliveries in Cook County in Chicago. This is where I met him, probably about 10 years ago now. And in 1992, he was featured in Essence magazine on female health. The title of the article, Fibroid Tumors and Avoiding Hysterectomies. So many divas dealing with fibroids and so many women of color being advised get hysterectomy. So it's just powerful work in that. You guys, that's 1992. Oh my goodness. Since then, he has helped a number of women that have had challenges with infertility to conceive. A few became so fertile, they had 2 or more children back to back and decided to stop. So he's been in practice over 35 years, you guys. Just on a personal note, just a warm, caring individual, someone I'm just, again, so honored to have in my life and on my team. And so letting you all now meet Dr. Hugh Jenkins. We have, are we live? Let's see. Hold on. Boom. No, that didn't do what I wanted to do.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Ah, there he is.
All right. All right.
There we go.
Okay. Well, since Jaleesa is going to be your mama, then I'm going to be your daddy for the baby. You already got godparents that are going to ensure that you're going to get pregnant. Okay. So we're going to call you Virgin Mary and you're going to conceive this year. Okay. Because the things that I've had family members over 40 that have conceived. Okay. And one of them, her and her husband were having challenges. They did what I suggested for them to do. And when we look at conceiving, we got to look at the male and the female. Even though you might not have a marriage, a husband, you will have a partner. You got to get that testosterone and the sperm connected to the egg, and things are going to work. But we got to get it, start from the foundation. And a lot of people feel, okay, well, I'm just going to have sex and I'm going to have a baby. Well, the majority of the babies out there are unplanned anyway. You were blessed to mama tried to get you a daddy birthday present, but most of us doesn't happen like that. So the thing about it is that even though you don't plan for that baby to come, you still have to plan to have a healthy body so that you can produce a healthy body to reproduce another healthy body, you know, because we've got young people that can't produce, and we got old people that are producing. Like, something's wrong with that picture. Why are our babies having old folks diseases? Okay. And because our environment is so toxic, we need to detox the body, make this field fertile, put in eggs that will reproduce in a fertile ground, so things will get much better. You know, I do have a background like in iridology, like Dr. Jaleesa, and I do hair analysis. I do phone consultations. I've got clients all over the country. I've had my share of TV and radio programs, and with this new technology, I guess I gotta catch up with Jaleesa and get out there to, you know, get back, because I'm old school, but we can do it. You know, so yeah, it is something that we have to educate our people, our babies, you know, and get back to the point that a village can raise a child. Okay. Because when a farmer is out there, he needs people to help to plow that field so that he can plant those seeds. And then he has to have workers to help to, you know, keep that field together, and have to have people to harvest it. He can't do it by himself. She can't do it by herself. Okay. So we need that, you know, and we got to work on that mind, body, and spirit, and the emotional factors too, because all these people that get stressed out, they can't have babies, and they wonder why. They go through, you know, these fertility clinics and spend thousands of dollars, you know, because one of my clients was saying, you know, I said, well, you know, if you and your husband go through this program and you don't conceive in 6 months, go back to that fertility clinic that has 69% success rate. They said, oh, only 39% success rate. You can't get out of kindergarten with 39% success rate, okay? You are failing, okay? And these fertility clinics are making money with their failure rate, okay? If I took my car to a mechanic and he only repaired at 39%, I'm not going back. You know, he's not making no money. He's going to fail out of business. But, you know, these people are brainwashed to that. Put your life in God's hands. He's got the answer to it. He's got the medicine. You know, I'm so blessed that we're doing this on a Wednesday, because this is Bible study day. You know, Bible study day. You know, and it was interesting that because I'm in the Central Time Zone, I can go to Bible study at 7 o'clock to transmit, to share this message with people, to let them know, okay, we can do this. And these video things are recorded, because a lot of people in the small church and the big church are having problems conceiving. And also, yes, I am so blessed that we are doing this. So God Daddy and God Mama Jaleesa are gonna have a baby.
I feel so loved. Thank you so much, Dr. G.
Okay, and I got a daughter that she said her husband's 40, and she's gonna be 40 this year. And she said, Daddy, we're gonna give you some grandkids. And I texted information about the thing today. And she said, thank you. I said, good, start giving, I want to see some grandchildren this week. And she said, LOL. So yeah, we're gonna get you to have a baby, and I have a baby. So I have godchildren and grandchildren this year. Make it happen. Live long and prosper. Yes.
Live long and prosper. Well, Star Trek.
Yes.
All right, y'all. Oh my goodness, we're going to keep this moving, and I'm going to share with you next. Oh my goodness. I have to tell you, Dr. Rochelle Cyrus, she had to log off, unfortunately. However, she is actively, she's an OBGYN. So let me tell you just a little bit about her. I'll give you her professional bio, and then I will share about her personally, okay? So Dr. Rochelle Cyrus, MD, has expertise in preterm labor and obstetric emergencies. In her duties as a hospitalist, Dr. Cyrus is also trained in Team 1 communication skills. She provides training and leadership to hospital staff members and has greatly contributed to the success of her practice. The nurses and physicians who work with her value her professionalism, compassion, and commitment to patient safety. Dr. Cyrus has been board certified by the American College of Obstetrics and Gynecology since 2006. She is also an active member of the Memphis Medical Society and the Bluff City Medical Society. Dr. Cyrus's private practice is Cyrus Women's Center, where she specializes in gynecological care. Her interests include management of dysfunctional uterine bleeding and pediatric and adolescent gynecology. Dr. Cyrus strongly believes in the endless possibilities of human potential, especially when it comes to health. She personally lives this belief through her commitment to daily exercise and healthy eating. Though she does not admit to Food Network status yet, her family enjoys her creative, organic meals regularly, and she believes anything is possible. So I have to tell you that Dr. Cyrus will so you can see someone talking. Cyrus is my longtime personal friend and sorority sister. We met 19, I don't know. I can't add. What is it? It's 1918. No, it's 2018. I met her in 1993 as a freshman in college at Duke University. And she's pre-med at the time. And we have been friends since then. So you guys, like, we pledged together. If she's one of those people, and look, if I need a doctor, I can call. I'm like, Rochelle, what's happening? Help me. She loves people. So the reason we have had a friendship for 20 plus years is that she is a beautiful person. Not only is she smart, mind you, obviously, and fabulous, but she is just a genuine heart. She has a heart for people. She's here to make a difference in the world. And when I was thinking about this team, she was a no-brainer. I'm like, well, she's like my personal, she's my personal OBGYN. Like, if I have, let me call Rochelle. If I see someone locally, I will always get my second opinion from her. So I bring her to the family fully trusting that she understands the big picture. So while she is an MD, she also understands that medicine is so much more than prescriptions and surgeries. You know, she gets the big picture. And so she's just a wonderful complement to the team. And having her on board is going to be phenomenal. So we are blessed to have her because she is an ER OBGYN. She informed me that she may not be able to commit to a regular schedule because her life is kind of in and out. She also has 2 children and a family, but she will be participating very actively, doing some, consultation. She can't necessarily practice medicine, you guys. There's some restrictions on that legally, but she's definitely here as a resource. So grateful to have her, love her, and just so appreciative for her. All right, so who's next? Woo! Oh my goodness. Next up, we have the fabulous Ajay. Oh my God, this diva. I met her 2016, and we were connected by a mutual friend. I am an Egyptian yoga instructor. And so I met her through a fellow Basu. That's the title for an Egyptian yoga instructor. And she's like, you've got to meet my friend Ajay. She owns the Sweet Spot. And the Sweet Spot is this luxury vaginal steaming and women's health boutique here in Atlanta. Oh my gosh, it's so fabulous. And I'm like, okay, I gotta meet her. Yeah, when I met her, we stood outside in the sweltering heat talking for at least an hour. Because she's so fabulous. And I'm like, why did I wait so long to meet this diva? So let me give you the 411 on the superstar. And then you'll get a chance to meet her. All right, so Ajay. Oh my goodness. So the fabulous Ajay Wura. She is a certified womb sauna practitioner and trainer. She's a certified inner health and wellness lifestyle coach and spirit speaker. She's executive visionary at the Sweet Spot Vtox Boutique in Atlanta, a premier upscale internal holistic pampering, vtoxing, and detoxing studio for women and the community. She brought the ancient healing arts of health and wellness back to various cultural communities in the metro Atlanta area. Ajay has connected the community by way of self-love and self-care. She is a wellness advocate representative and community activist in advancing the people of her community to higher and advanced knowledge of self, and definitely the indigenous art of healing thyself. She believes that together, through collective community healing, we can fight the epidemic and lead our families in health and fitness. My pleasure. You are the fabulous Ajay Wura. Girl, you are on live. Talk to us. Oh, see, no, you wait. We're having the Dr. Jaleesa scenario. We can't hear you, fabulous. Make sure your mic isn't red. That means you're muted.
There we go.
Yes, okay. No, you went away.
Can you hear me?
Now we can hear you.
Okay. Peace, family. Glad to be invited and be a part of this wonderful fertility family. First and foremost, I'm honored by Kanaya even inviting me to be a participant. Definitely want so much for her to have beautiful babies. That is something that will be something that we all will celebrate in 2018. I'm speaking that already into existence. Because we know when we believe with our minds, our hearts, and our bodies and souls, and then we speak it with words, it actually manifests. So we have the power to be able to support this sister as she comes together and bring in life through her, because she's such a beautiful spirit. And I know that our ancestors and our divine spirit guides have definitely wanted her to bring through more life, because she's so full of life. So I celebrate her and I thank her. Part of my story is definitely spirit felt. I think that all of the issues that we have around fertility in the African American community is something that we all can come together collectively to dispel. Infertility, I think, is energy blockage. And that's what I will be definitely inviting all the people who sign up to participate in this fertility family. Like, everything is energy, pretty much. So basically, you can remove blockages from your womb, from your heart, from your mind by clearing all of your chakras. We have not been taught about chakras. We have not been taught about meridians and energy channels and all the way that we keep life going in our bodies. We have not been well versed on it. So therefore, a lot of things that we think are practical and physical are really emotional and energy felt. So what I would say to Kanaya, what I talk to my clients about all the time is, where is your emotions rooted at this particular time? Whenever you're trying to bring forth life into your body, you have to be the life that you want to create. And that is what you have to do to align your mind, your body, your spirit. Everything has to be in alignment for you to bring this life through your portal. So that's what we focus. We focus on self-love. We focus on self-care, because I believe before anybody can heal you, you heal yourself. It's a choice in your mind. It's something that you definitely have to believe in. You have to stand in your power, and you have to be ready to do your work your individual work, your self-care and your self-love work, and able to be able to manifest everything that you want to manifest in this life. That means babies, that means dreams, that means visions, that means goal. You have the power to manifest anything that you want to manifest, anything that you want to create. We are phenomenal creative power. We have that within us. We just have to learn how to tap back into that power. So that's what I'll be speaking on, energy medicine, not coming so much from a practical or physical standpoint, but definitely more of a spiritual, mental, and emotional standpoint is what I'll be speaking on. And we have 5 babies that Sweet Spot has been able to help manifest in assisting women through the ancient healing art of vaginal steaming that our ancestors have been doing for centuries, of removing spiritual blockages, mental blockage, emotional blockage, and definitely physical blockage from our most sacred place, which is our womb. And we have 4 going on 5 babies to date with people who have came in and been able to assign themselves to a holistic regimen, changing their diet, changing their minds, changing the way they look at themselves, changing their perception of the world and what they believe about themselves, and starting to participate in their own self-love and self-care. And through that, and all of that change, they were able to produce life. So I'm thankful, I'm grateful, and I'm glad to be here. Thank you, Kanaya.
Oh, my pleasure. Woo! Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm so excited. Okay. All right, so next up. Oh my goodness. I know it's hard to believe it gets better. And I've got a bonus, so oh my goodness, there's a bonus coming. Yeah. I love having surprises. So right, let's bring up our next team member. Okay, you guys, if you are not in this world of like natural childbirth, you may not even know the word doula, first of all. But I happen to know a little bit about doula. I do say just a little. And as I've again been on this journey, starting to research, I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna need a doula. How does one pick a doula? What does a doula do? Doula, right? But of course, Spirit always provides you with exactly what you need before you even need it sometimes, okay? So I met Akila. I think we met the first time, either one of two things. We were having a collective wellness event. So Ajay and I are part of a collective wellness team here in Atlanta, the Atlanta Community Wellness Collective. It's fabulous. We'll talk about that another time. And we had this event last January around Kwanzaa 365. And I know that I met Akila at that event. I'm not sure if we met before that, but I know that is where I definitely met her. And we were talking about, wellness in general, and then specifically. So, and she shared with me she's a doula, and we've been connected ever since. And so again, as I'm pulling together the Fertility Family team, and I'm thinking about, okay, what are the different aspects of pregnancy and birth that we've got to cover? I need a doula. I'm like, I know a doula. Let me call her, okay? So, Akila, born and raised in the East Bay area of Northern California, Akila Shaheed was given the nickname Black Panther Flower Child from her father. Always looking to advocate for the rights of others, it is no surprise that she became a doula after her experience of birthing injustice upon delivery of her son in 2009. In 2015, Akila fused her experience from working in the medical field and in education and took a leap of faith and applied her knowledge and experience to change the narrative and birthing outcomes of women of color. Working as an assistant director for a More Excellent Way health organization allowed Akila to become a breastfeeding peer counselor and introduced her to the role of doula. For the past 3 years, Akila has been assisting families in navigating through the medical care system and creating their own spaces for home births. In the next 5 years, she hopes to be training with a traditional birth attendant, also known as a midwife, so she can continue to encourage women to catch their own babies in births they've designed themselves. She says the best way to battle oppression is to become aware through education and intuition. The perfect moment to remind ourselves this is the process leading up to birth and soon after. I am pleased to introduce to you the fabulous doula extraordinaire, Keila. Oh, wait, hold on. Keila!
Wait. Can you see me now? Okay, technical difficulty. Are we here? Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay, peace everyone. And thank you so much, Kanaya, for including me. We actually met at another health fair. I can't remember the name. When I first came to Atlanta, it was near the Dome, or
okay.
Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was, yes, Ajay's was the second time that I ran into you, definitely, at the Wellness Collective. So thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm glad to be on. I mean, I'm among right now. You guys are kind of like God's walking the earth, reminding us that our mind controls everything. Ajay, I'm glad that you went right before me, because once again, it seems like she speaks my story so well. At 15, I was diagnosed with PCOS and told that I wouldn't be able to conceive. That's at 15, you guys. I was once again reminded that at 18, and then again at 19. That was my only wish, was to have a child and to be able to catch babies and encourage women to catch babies. And so spiritually, that's why it's really important about the mind, and it's really important about setting intention. Because I was in my third year of college. I was going for nursing to become a registered nurse, and my focus was on the fact that I was told, repetitively, that I would not be able to conceive. I was in a committed relationship. We were not using birth control of any sort. So the fact that that was told to me, and that I was, I wasn't using protection, it really, really took a hold on my spirit. So I literally began visualizing conceiving. I would do meditations. I really, I didn't change my diet, but I opened myself up to the possibility that maybe they were wrong and they didn't know anything that they were talking about, and that I was going to fix myself regardless of what I was told. And so I went ahead and I conceived. I acknowledged the moment of conception, because the next morning I realized what I did, and I went and I ran out and I got a plan B. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm third year in college. I can't do this. What was I thinking? I should have waited. But I did conceive. My son then hid from me. I took 46 pregnancy tests, all of which said negative. I couldn't afford health care, so I wasn't able to go and request an ultrasound. But I knew spiritually that I had a child and that I was with child. And he was determined to get here. Because like I said, I was in my third year of college. I was going to terminate the pregnancy because of the social restrictions that I had on me and the social pressure. Behold, my child stuck through. I found out when I was 3.5 months. I went home. I had dropped my lease, everything. I knew it. No evidence outside of the fact that I knew that I was pregnant. I even continued to have what we would call as a cycle or spotting within those 3 months. I came home. I was able to get a vaginal ultrasound, and my baby was doing backflips already. And so, so just goes to show you that I understand that we have medical information, but a lot of the time, like Ajay said, we are energy. We are spirit. These bodies are just vessels. And so we can manipulate these vessels. We can take care of these vessels, and we can program them to do the things that we desire. And my desire was to be able to conceive. Once I had that experience, I conceived and everything like that. I ended up having to go to a hospital in California. Home birth is frowned upon and illegal. So I wasn't able to do it at that point in time. So I did go to the hospital, and I did experience injustice, which we'll probably get into on another time. And so it is very important for us to plan our birthing team. It's important for us to seek professional assistance. So a doula, I'm here for emotional support. I am here to physically assist with the pain during labor, spiritually to keep you elevated and uplifted, but also to think of things that you might not be aware of if you're not used to having kids and being in the hospital setting. they are businesses. Hospitals are businesses, and they make money if they have to do things. Birth is not, it's not pathology. You are not sick. You are not at risk. How doctors like to continue that narrative. You know what I'm saying? There's all these risk factors. As a woman, we are built for this beautiful process. And it just takes a little bit of intuition and awareness and that mindset to say that I am going to do this regardless. 35 and up, you can conceive just like I did. PCOS, whatever you're diagnosed with, it's possible. I just want to end this saying that I delivered my son 9 pounds, 5 ounces, 21 and a half inches long, naturally, with gestational diabetes. And I needed nothing but my support. I doulaed myself, and that was my first experience. Because my family, you know, they're there, but they were all like, you know, I don't know what to tell you. The doctors know best. I almost lost my life depending on doctors. So once again, I'll open up my story a little bit more, but I just wanted to say I'm very honored to be on a panel with such beautiful spirits. Thank you guys for continuing your education and believing in natural remedies. Because if I didn't, I might not be here today. So trust in yourselves, ladies. Trust in yourselves. And thank you.
Wonderful. Hi, it's Kanaya. There we go. All right, ladies, gentlemen, everyone, I've got a bonus person for you. Oh my goodness. So I have to tell you the story of how I met the fabulous, how Tammy, I should say, came to be in the Fertility family. Okay. As this is last week, Friday, and I'm just, you know, I stay in prayer, I stay in meditation around this project. And this is a labor of love, this is spirit-led. Okay? And as I was, all right, what does it take? It was like, well, I mean, you gotta have a baby physically, but guess what? Babies are not free. babies cost money. I was like, yeah, that's true. And so, and even as I began the conversation about where we are, but the conversation of, okay, Baby Fabulous. So you'll see hashtag Baby Fabulous, because that's what we're naming my baby, Baby Fabulous. And I began thinking, like, what is it going to take to bring Baby Fabulous into the world? I was thinking physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, but also financial. And so Spirit was like, yeah, you're going to have to cover this in the fertility family. I'm like, ooh. And inside of that, Spirit put this diva right into my brain, who I don't even know how I got to know this. It doesn't even matter. I met her in one capacity, but then she shared with me that she does work in terms of financial health, wellness. When we talk about wellness, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and financial. And so I have a bonus member of the team. This is Tammy Oda of the Wellness. And she is going to be talking with us about what does it look like to prepare for your fabulous baby financially. Oh my goodness. So Tammy, we are ready to drop some knowledge on us, Diva.
Well, thank you so much. Blessings, everyone. Blessings, everyone. I am definitely beyond honored to be sitting on a panel of such stature as this one. And I appreciate you, Kanaya, for allowing me to have a voice here today. So yes, as Kanaya said, I am the founder of the Wellness Depot, and we are based here in Atlanta. So some of the things, I'm also a proud member of the Atlanta Community Wellness Collective. Just want to let you know that also. There are a lot of things that, that come to mind when thinking about having a baby, and some of the things are definitely financial. What I plan on talking about through our series is pre-delivery planning, from health insurance to doulas like Miss Akila, to preparing for pre and post-delivery things. Also, I'm sorry. Yes. Also, planning your maternity bags also. Also, the next aspect of it would be what to expect while in the hospital. That is kind of like making your mastermind team and what that looks like as far as support for your for while you're in the hospital. And then breaking it down a little bit into the first 30 days, the do's and don'ts of what to do, talking about insurance, interviewing childcare, interviewing different people who are going to help you with this journey with your kids, even the advantages of having a home-based business. And then the first month and beyond, how your life is going to change financially by including the newborn, the baby, into your life, helping sustain your retirements, because we want to take care of, you know, our children, and we don't want to be a burden when it's time for us to be taken care of. Also, securing their schooling. How about if they want to go to school? How about if they want, they decide to enter into a business? How are we going to help them secure that for themselves? So different aspects of finances and how it affects us as well as the children, excuse me. So that is what I plan on helping this fertility family to do. I am very blessed and honored, and I'm open to any questions, any suggestions. Also, if I can in any way find out what your perfect, each and every one of you, what your perfect customer looks like, I'm more than happy to go ahead and send them your way also. So like I said, I'm very happy to be here, and thank you very much.
I was muted. Awesome. I feel so blessed to have one, like that spirit reminded me, right? Like, oh, you gotta think about this from a financial standpoint too. That's not something that may immediately come to mind. It was like, oh, yeah, wait, you know, babies cost money. So I was just so grateful, like, for me being willing to be spirit led. And then that conversation that Tammy and I had that day, that turned into a whole other thing. We're not even going to talk about the mobile wellness studio and all the awesome, fabulous things that are coming out of that one conversation. It's actually perfect to lead us into the very next member of the team. All right, fertility family team continuing to be unfolded for you all. It's me. Yay! I'm on the team, you guys. I'm on the team too. So a couple of things. I'm the founder, and I use founder lightly because ultimately this is just me choosing to be obedient and stop resisting what Spirit has been telling me for a minute. As it relates to the fertility family, or just my ministry in general. But I will tell you a little bit about myself. Formally, I am an ordained minister, have been since 2008, and have been resisting. I was resisting this call into ministry since then. My journey back into being a spiritual coach and leader is so interesting because I grew up very traditional. And I found my spiritual upbringing to be very restrictive. Okay. So inside of that restriction, I was resisting it because I knew intuitively from a very young age that God was love. Like I knew it. It just, that's the only thing that ever made sense to me. And so when I started hearing things counter to that, I was like, this doesn't make sense. I don't know what you guys are talking about. And I began this wonderful journey back to my spiritual roots and my truth, which then led me then to becoming a minister. And I have to tell this story because Dr. Jenkins said he's going to call me the Virgin Mary. You guys, I remember reading about the Immaculate Conception. I felt like that was going to be me. And I was like, what? No. And it was like, I was very young. And I was like, that's weird. And didn't think that this was what that would look like. But part of that journey to me getting like what it looked like to become a mom in a non-traditional manner was like, whoa, I had that insight before I even knew anything, right? So I am an ordained minister. My foundation is in New Thought, which is also known as Christian mysticism or metaphysical Christianity. Pretty much when we say New Thought, the belief is that God is love. It's real simple. And from that is the whole conversation about what does that look like in terms of your spirituality. I am a goddess-themed practitioner. That's thanks to Sister Ajay, who put me up on this whole concept. But I have to tell you, I told you I grew up with an herbalist. We used to do sitz baths when I was younger. I thought everybody did this kind of stuff. I thought everybody grew up drinking peppermint tea and rose tea if they had cramps. I found out much later in life that is not what most people grew up with. We had this huge drawer in my house growing up full of tea. Anything that if you got sick, there was a tea for that. So, and the remedy was always, if I got sick, girl, get some golden seals and laxative tea. Okay, now that I'm like an herbal and essential oil, expert, I get like what that meant. But we had herbal, we had laxative tea and golden seal anytime you got sick. And then you got wrapped up usually in a blanket with the Vicks on your chest. Now I know the power of eucalyptus oil. Like I get all of it. But my mom had this book called Back to Eden. And that was our Bible in terms of wellness. Like, so girl, go get the Back to Eden. And then she would make up her little concoctions. And like, that's what I grew up with. I didn't know that, again, I thought that was normal. So I got into the world and people were like, what? So I'm an herbalist. I am an essential oil consultant. I am crystal therapy, energy medicine, meditation, yoga, dance, and movement therapy. Like what I'm clear about is that healing is divine. Our bodies are engineered by the divine and are really designed. The thing about it is we have to create the right environment and the correct mindset so that healing can take place. So while we're all healers, all we really do is facilitate the divine to do what it's going to do anyway. And we're just like, we're tools to get you the information that you need. So for me, what I'm bringing to the team, one, I'm going to be really transparent about my own journey, what I'm going through on this. So as a mom-to-be, I'm going to share with you like what's going on with me. And then as a minister, as a coach, and then a holistic natural medicine practitioner, I'm here to provide any sort of resources and insight that I can. Who's in this family and on this journey has the optimal outcome and gets exactly what they want in their heart's desire. I am excited. I'm honored. And you guys, the Fertility family is officially on and popping. Oh my goodness. All right, we're going to wrap this up. Just a couple of things. All right, we're back into the slideshow, you guys. So what there is to know. What there is to know is what the Fertility family is. Again, this is going to be weekly live presentations. So Wednesday, 7 p.m., there's going to be new content coming. So you want to tune in. Definitely will let you know in advance as much as possible what's going to be speaking. This is a discussion around our reference text. So we have a text we're using. We're going to talk about it. You need to make sure you have the book so that you know what we're talking about. A study group. The Fertility family is, we have Facebook. We're going to have questions. We're going to have answers. We're going to have discussion. So you want to participate. You want to be live. This isn't like sit back and watch. you pull your healing, you pull your baby, you pull all of this to you. So you've got to be engaged. This is access to loving, qualified wellness practitioners and professionals. The people, as you guys have met this evening, you can, if you can't feel their spirit and their hearts, I don't know what to tell you, because to me, it was just like bursting forth from the screen. And so this is what you have available to you. Some of the top to talk about preconception planning. We're going to discuss getting healthy enough to conceive and carry. I've already had some people reaching out, having concerns about things like diabetes and different health concerns. They're like, well, can I do this? Yes, but you've got to be willing to get healthy enough to conceive and carry. So natural fertility treatments, holistic womb health and healing. We're going to talk financial planning, lots of stuff, healthy ways to deal with our disappointment, disapproval. You know, there are people, including myself, you have some concerns about what will people say. I'm in a couple of other groups. People are like, oh my gosh, you're over 30, over 35, over 40. What are you trying to do? How do you emotionally deal with that? We have to be peaceful and happy during our pregnancy. So we've got to know how to healthily, you know, manage all of that to maintain our zen. So what the fertility family is, a couple of things. This is not about like individual consultations on Facebook or in the group, okay? What's happening in the group is very generalized, okay? It's not, you can certainly ask questions, but just be clear, this is time for you to get some general information. This is not going to be medical advice, prescriptions, or anything like that. This is general information. You take it and you use it at your own discretion, okay? This is not a substitute for seeing a doctor or a professional. So as you're in the family, you're going to get a lot of great information, but you are encouraged, and I'm proud to then create individual consultations and sessions to get your specific questions answered. Everything is not for everybody. And so you want to make sure that you don't try to substitute this from seeing a professional, okay? Of course, we encourage you to, you know, contract people in the fam because they love you, but regardless, you want to make sure that don't use this as a substitute because we can't necessarily guarantee that for you. So some of the requirements to participate. One, you gotta purchase and read the reference text. It won't work if you don't do it. You'll be confused. I promise. Which of course is a naturopathic approach to fertility by the fabulous Dr. Jaleesa. There's a link to get it. If you enter the group, when you join the fam, you get a link in your inbox, you get an email. So you've got tons of ways to get this text, easy peasy. You want to maintain confidentiality. If we find out anyone who's in the family is sharing information outside the family, you will be removed. So this is a safe space. So confidentiality is a must. You want to be loving and supportive. Everything we do is coming from love. So just when you ask questions, when you respond, when you engage, always please come from a space of love and support. And you definitely want to pay your dues. So for those of you who are participating live now, you have gotten into the family. Like we were like, thank you for believing in us and joining with us right now. We love it. We appreciate it. Normally it's $50 to join. It's going to be $29.99 a month. However, we are in pre-launch, or we're in launch now. We were in pre-launch up until today. We've officially launched. So currently what we're doing is our launch special. It'll be $1 to join and $10 a month. That's going to be through the end of January. At the end of the month, we'll take a look at what happens from there. So, you know, just be aware of that. So you don't want to dawdle. You want, if this is something that is of value to you, if you know of some people who this could be a value of, too. The launch special will go into effect at midnight tonight. So you have up until 11:59 this evening to join at the pre-launch, which was just join us. We'd love to have you. After that, it's only $1 and it's only $10. So I would pay a lot more for everything I'm going to get here. Totally up to you. So this is it, you guys. The Fertility Family is officially live. If you've watched this, whether you're live with us or you're watching the replay, you're in. This is it. At this point, you just make a choice. I want to take this on. I'm ready to start. I'm ready to have my baby and like be super awesome. And I thank you for being here. I thank all of the family members and the team for participating. I love you all. We're going to have an awesome time. Baby Fabulous loves you, even though Baby Fabulous has yet to manifest in my womb. And thank you. As we take a moment, we're going to just close the session. Take a couple of deep breaths. I give all thanks and acknowledgement to the Creator, our Divine Mother, Father, who is the source of everything in this world. I give thanks for bringing this team together. I give thanks for the technology that has allowed this event to take place. I give thanks for all the people who choose to take on having a happy and healthy pregnancy. I know that as this continues to unfold, it will be for the highest, best, and good for everyone involved. So we move forward in gratitude and acknowledgement that we are here to spread love and light. And so it is. Amen and Ashe. I declare this launch event for the Fertility family complete.